Hello everybody out there in YouTube, we are the Middle-Aged Guys, and if you can't tell by the layout, we're going to jump into another trailer reaction and give you our thoughts and everything else on the trailer that we're going to look at. Alright, before we jump into that, let's get the introductions out of the way. I am the Reverend.
The Theme here.
I'm Grey Mouse 1.
Okay, back in 2015, I believe, November 2015, all of us middle-aged guys were met with probably the best surprise ever cinematically. All right, basically during Thanksgiving weekend, all of us got together. We went out and we saw Creed. I can honestly say that up until the point that we saw the first trailer for that particular movie earlier in 2015, a lot of us heard that they were going to be making a spin-off movie from the Rocky series, but really none of us, I'm just going to be honest, up until that point, none of us gave a flying fuck about it. We really did not care, okay? And then we saw the first few trailers, and then it was like, wow, this actually looks like it's really interesting. And then when we finally went ahead and we saw the movie, it was like, wow, this is definitely a movie made in the vein of Rocky, okay? I don't want to say that it's another Rocky movie because that doesn't give the movie enough credit. Because the thing is that when Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan went out of their way to go ahead and create this, they really went out of their way to create a story that was going to fit in with the Rocky universe and pay reverence to it without being completely, just another Rocky movie. All right. Yeah, we saw it. When we were watching it, I know that this is pretty much our mindset. When we were first watching, we were like, yeah, this is really interesting. This is shaping up to be good, a good movie in the vein of Rocky. And then the first match happened where they did that first round where there was no fucking cuts at all, and I think it turned into religion for all of us who were attending. All right, where literally I got to say for that particular year, for all the great movies that came out in 2015, personally it was probably my favorite movie out of the whole fucking year. All right, and it did show up in the perfect time and during the Thanksgiving weekend. All right. Long story short, that brings us up to today. Today, Warner Brothers and MGM Movie Studios went ahead and they dropped the first official trailer for Creed 2. And that's what we have queued up right now. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at it. And in one of those rare occasions...
Well, the second trailer.
Officially. Well, okay, yeah, this is trailer number 2, all right? This is trailer number 2. Sorry, corrections. But this is actually one of those rare occasions where none of us have actually sat down and watched the trailer previously. So our reaction on this particular one is, as they say, raw and uncut. Okay, and it's going to be recorded live on video for everybody. So basically, we're looking at the one that's on the MGM channel, YouTube channel. Like you said before, guys on YouTube talking about YouTube videos. Yeah, you know how it goes. All right. And we're going to be starting this video in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Damn, dude. You jump in the middle of nowhere in the desert? Sunny D better not pop up.
Swole. Oh. Wait.
Ow.
It's time, kid.
Okay.
Oh, Warner Brothers is going to do something right.
Right now, including me.
You gotta think real hard about this.
Ooh, training in the water.
There are people that need you now.
I'm taking the fight.
Victor Drago, son of Ivan Drago.
Victor.
Oh, motherfuckers in the movie.
Today to issue a
Dolph.
to Adonis Creed.
Don't do this.
I ain't got a choice.
That's the same thing your father said, and he died right here in my hands.
Yeah.
That kid was raised in hate. It's dangerous.
Damn.
He broke things in me that ain't never been fixed. It ain't worth it.
It's not just us anymore, Dick.
I want to rewrite history.
If you want to fight this man, that's your business.
Whoa.
But don't pretend this is about your father.
This here is all about my wife, my kids.
Oh, he's a champion.
That I live through the night. I was his. It was right what I did. My ups and downs, my slips, my falls, my trials and tribulations, my heart, my balls.
This won't be the end of me. Or you. It can't be, because we're a team.
Oh,
Now you know
okay.
what you're fighting for.
Ooh,
There's still some fire between those two.
there better be.
You learn more about yourself. And when I stepped in that ring, it wasn't all about me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had enough.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm just beginning.
Nope. I've had enough.
All right. Let me return to our regular viewpoint here. Yeah, that was pretty fucking interesting. Okay, I heard the rumors that they were gonna get Dolph Lundgren in there. All right, back in there and everything else. And all right, I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I heard what Sly had in mind,
Right.
for a sequel and everything else, to tell you the truth, when I first heard like the initial ideas, okay, they threw out the whole thing with like Drago's son and all of that, and that there was a whole thing like rumors about them doing a flashback sequence or some delirium dream sequence where Carl Weathers was going to show up in like some sort of fucking fever dream and shit like that. But to tell you the truth, when I first heard about that back in like 2016 and everything else, I thought it was corny as shit.
Yeah.
Okay, just being honest. All right, but seeing what they put together now, they are probably handling this with as much reverence as possible. And thankfully, okay, look, I'm an 80s kid just as when it comes to fans of movies and everything else. Thankfully, we don't have to, this doesn't look like it's going to start out like Rocky IV with the whole Russia versus America Cold War bullshit with the rocket powered, boxing gloves firing at each other, then exploding in the middle of the fucking screen before Rocky IV zooms out to the title and shit. Completely iconic, but if you think about it now, extremely jingoistic, patriotic, and cheesy. All right.
Well, it was 1985.
Yeah, of course, it was 1985. All right. So, dude, I'm fucking. It's gonna be happening in across Thanksgiving weekend, close to Thanksgiving weekend again. I fucking can't wait. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Gray Mouse, do you want to go first?
Huh?
I said, do you want to go first, Gray Mouse?
Huh? Everything with what the Reverend just said, I agree on. But I really hope that it doesn't become. I hope the focus is on Creed and not the fight and the friction between Ivan and
Rocky.
Right. I hope that's not the main focus of the movie, which I don't think it will be because the other scenes just make it. It needs to be about Creed, and he needs to fight his own battles. But I think that one of the reasons why Rocky's telling him, no, don't take this fight. Look, I fought his father. Look, don't take this fight. It almost killed. Don't take this fight. And then Creed like, hey, I'm gonna do whatever I want. I gotta take this. But we don't know the circumstances on why Creed feels that he needs to take on his son. But there's a lot of question marks, and hopefully it will be answered back in November. So looks like it's going to be another Thanksgiving weekend at the movies. I'm just saying.
What, turkey stuffing?
Turkey stuffing and Creed too.
Rolls, gumbo from the theme, and just
and Creed too.
Creed too.
Yeah.
And a little middle-aged guy gaming. Look.
Yeah, look.
Guys, and I want to point out a couple of things that you guys just said, especially with you, Gray Mouse. This cannot be about Rocky and Ivan Drago. This be about them, but it's not. If you look closely to the trailer, this is about Now, yes, there will be some tension involved, but maybe he has to take the fight because maybe that's the number one contender. You saw that he's a champion here.
Yeah.
You saw the WBC belt. So if a challenge is put forth or he's a number one contender, what's he going to do? Just not take it? No.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
There is one thing that did really set off the alarms in the realm of suspension of belief that really set off the alarms. Okay, and all right, if I do post this video up in these black spaces down here, there's going to be a picture to completely illustrate what I'm talking about. But you cannot tell me that somebody with the size difference of fucking Drago and fucking Adonis Creed are in the same fucking weight class. All right,
because that was a big but. Remember,
because Creed, he wasn't a heavyweight. He was a fucking super middleweight.
But wait, remember. So I was just about to get to that. Is this going to be an exhibition? Remember, in Rocky IV, between Apollo Creed and Ivan Drago, that was an exhibition.
Right.
It was supposed to be an expedition.
Right.
That's number one. Number two, the fight between Rocky and Ivan Drago. That wasn't even a fucking sanctioned fight. So, again, it could go that way, or why he took the fight, because there was just a challenge. But it could be for the title, but as the Reverend pointed out, you tell me that they're in the same weight class?
Look,
that just...
right. But my problem, the thing that the alarm bells that's going off in my head is that this is just a continuation between Rocky and Ivan, just taken off of them onto, because Creed is Rocky's protege now. And also, I guess Creed could have a vendetta against Ivan anyway because of what happened to his dad. So, we saw Creed's grave.
And?
Right.
Who defeated Ivan Drago? In his home country and made him
what I'm saying. No, the storyline is there. It's been vetted.
Hey, the Karate Kid can take place 30 fucking years later.
But no, the thing is I hope
that's actually a pretty good series, by the way.
So, that's my point.
And I have to get.
We're getting.
Now that I got a VPN, I got to go ahead and pirate the rest of that.
So what I'm saying is that I hope that it's not a continuation of their fight, that Drago wants a rematch per se. Of course, they're too old to fight now, but that's what I hope. And then I'm just kind of curious on what angle Creed has in this fight. What's going on? Because like you mentioned, Rev, there's a huge weight difference and between the two, and Creed is champion. We saw the belt. We saw him walk into the ring with belts over his. I'm just saying. So I think it might be an expedition. I think you hit the nail on the head with that. But I just really don't want. I want this because the first one was so good. It made sense. We got closure from the other Rockies from the main series.
Some of them, yeah.
Some closure on.
But this is another closure.
Right, and I don't want it to be a closure. I want it to have. I want Creed to have his own story, because there's so much story that could be continued. From and it seems like I almost called him Stallone. I mean, Rocky. But it's almost like Rocky is like, no, you're gonna bite off more than you can chew. You can die here. Don't put your pride. Don't let your pride tell you. And I think Rocky has that firsthand. I mean, why do you think he went against Ivan in the first place? Because he wanted to avenge his best friend.
Well, the thing about it was, he even said, it's like, I have to take his fight. Hey, that's what your father said too.
Right.
He died in my arms. He didn't have to take the fight. He didn't have to take the expedition. He could have let it roll over for like a couple of weeks or whatever, or let things cool down. Whatever. Right. But the story, of course, is going to unfold in the movie. And yeah, he has a lot more to lose. He has a family now.
You saw the little baby.
You saw his mom was like, look, yeah, but don't make it seem like this is all about your father. You see,
exactly.
Again, it's about him.
Right.
And you know that. You can see it. It's the tension is perfect.
No, yeah.
Between everybody that's involved, and no one, it's not like anyone has said anything in this trailer that didn't make any fucking sense.
Right.
Not said anyway.
Right.
Now, alarms going off in other ways, yeah. But
well, like with that particular view, like I said, that's the only thing that set off alarms in my head. Okay, like Drago showing up, still being in perfect health. Dolph Lundgren is probably like the alpha male of alpha males. If you know about the fact that he's got literally like 2 different fucking PhDs, and the fact that he's like alpha male built and a former world champion kickboxer, it's like, how the fuck did you, and a movie star on top of that? It's like, how the fuck did you end up doing that? It's like,
I must break you.
Yeah, what's the over and under on that line being repeated in the movie?
Yeah. I'll give you the Vegas odds on that. That's going to happen.
Or maybe it's going to be in reverse. His son is going to tell Darius it's time to go to school.
Or what do you think the over under is, that there's going to be some sort of heartfelt speech with the words, "If you can change, then I can change."
No, don't make me fucking choke you through this. Wait, you know what? Fucking all right. Look, as a wrestling fan, I was a big fan of Ivan Drago's entrance in Rocky IV when he was facing Rocky. The torches, the fucking music. Do that shit again. If you're gonna do anything again, do that shit again.
So one thing too,
Coming to America.
No, Living in America. No, don't fucking do that.
One thing that we haven't talked about is I could almost guarantee that Drago is going to cheat, one way or the other.
Oh, Roy?
I am hoping. I am hoping beyond hope. Like you said, that's one of those things that's kind of stuck in the 80s. All right, with the whole USA versus
wrestling thing. Yeah,
I'm hoping that doesn't fucking happen. I really do. Okay, because like we said, so far from what we've seen in the trailers so far, all right, this is an Adonis Creed story. Okay,
yes, it is.
Rocky and Drago just happen to be involved at certain points. Okay,
are they going to exchange? Are they going to exchange any words? Rocky and Ivan, is that going to happen?
Yeah,
you saw the stare down between them.
It has to happen.
But if this is a Creed story, that the whole steroids thing and everything else, like I said, it just screams of way too many callbacks to Rocky
IV
back in 1985. Yeah, Rocky IV back in 1985.
I wonder what type of training montages. They showed a little of what they were doing. I wonder what type of training montages are they going to be doing.
I can guarantee you one thing about the training montages. The motherfuckers who are actually skipping rope in there will know how to skip rope. Because if you ever watch the training montage from Rocky IV, Stallone doesn't know how to skip rope at that time.
No, he doesn't. He was just jump roping, but
Well, you know what, too, is I'm wondering if this is very interesting. One thing that I don't know if we talked about, I can't remember her name, but that was in Ivan's Corner.
Bridget Nielsen?
Right.
Oh, Drago's wife?
Right.
Is she going to be there?
This is why I'm bringing it up. So
Last time I saw her, she had Flavor Flav inside of her.
I was hoping no one brought that up, but
no, man, come on.
Am I lying?
No, he's not lying. So
no, I'm not saying that you're lying, but no, what I'm saying.
But it's not even. Wait, she's not. It's not even about her. It's
no. I know it's no. I know it's not. But what I'm wondering is this:
what is Putin going to be in here because the Russian premiere was in the last?
No, what I'm wondering is that after we'll probably see some of the aftermath of that match.
I was just about to say
of that match.
If they're going to do
Ivan and Rocky.
If they're going to do flashbacks, they better choose very carefully, especially in the aftermath of Ivan Drago after that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking.
If you remember in the Rocky movies, after the Ivan Drago match, Rocky retired.
He retired.
Okay? Yeah, he retired.
Yeah, he retired.
That's the match that retired him. Okay,
mm-hmm. And that's why Rocky is trying to refuse Darius from actually taking the match.
Yeah.
Not besides Apollo dying, but then there was what happened to him in his career.
Yeah.
All right.
What I'm thinking is going to happen with this particular one. All right. Well, before I get into that, one of the things that I am glad to see is that they have shown development of all the characters involved ever since the last movie.
This is not just a 6-month jump.
Yeah, it's not just a 6-month jump. It looks like from all indications, Rocky went back and he's opened up his own gym. They show him there sitting in the gym with a whole bunch of kids running through drills and stuff like that. It looks like he's back. He's actually jumping back into the community, trying to do that, or at least maybe fill up that part of his time, maybe away from his restaurant or stuff like that. So he's back into that. Obviously, good things have happened in Adonis Creed's career and everything else. I'm just hoping, and I'm confident, especially with what they've shown so far. Although, okay, I'm going to leave that thought for an outtake. That's something we can come back to later, but I won't say it now. All right. Like I said, I'm there is a small smidgen of caution in the back of my head that some of this may fall into the corniness of not only previous Rocky movies, but also some of the rumored stuff that came out like back in 2016 when they were saying that they were working on the script.
Right.
However, I will say that considering the co-writers that they had on this, Sylvester Stallone was one of the co-writers. Ryan Coogler,
obviously. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler, who was the director of and one of the co-writers of the first Creed movie. He's one of the co-writers of the script. Unfortunately, he's not directing it this time around. Okay, and let me see here. The director in this one is Stephen Cappell Jr. I'm looking up right now to see what he's known for, and I guess he's done a lot of. It looks like TV movies and TV series. I'm hoping that he's up to snuff to go ahead and be able to steer this particular project in a way that it lives up to the previous movie. Okay. I mean, aside from everything that's out there, okay, from what I've seen, just looking at the IMDb page and the type of trailers that have already been released, those are really the only things that are really concerning me. Because like Grey Mouse has said, like you said, Steve, this has to be an Adonis Creed story, okay?
Yes, it has to be about him.
Easily be taken over as another chapter in the Rocky story. That's gonna do the movie a full fucking disservice. If that's
real.
Are they?
Yeah, it will.
Are they going to kill off Rocky?
That's what the third movie is for.
Yep.
What, against Clubber Lang's son?
Oh God.
Probably not. Probably not. But I'm I am saving this.
Or Thunderlip's son.
I think that's what the third movie is for. All right.
He's gonna face a child of Thunderlips, or
I don't know.
So
all I know is that I'm just glad that.
So Mickey didn't have any offspring or anything like that.
I'm just glad that Filipinos don't grow that big, because we're not going to see any Filipino guys across from Adonis Creed.
So
all right, they don't grow that big.
So do you think it's going to be in Russia?
Batista.
So do you think it's going to be in Russia?
Different weight class. And he's half.
It's going to be in Russia, or do you think it's going to be in U.S.?
Well,
it's a WBC fight,
and they do hold a lot of events in the former Soviet Republic. The fact that a lot of those countries are democratic capitalist states now. So
if it's unsanctioned, probably
very easily,
because that will be the only place that they could do it unsanctioned.
Okay, with that being said, do you think that's too much of a trope?
If it's unsanctioned, no.
No, I'm talking about it being in Russia in general.
No,
I think it's too much of a trope of Rocky IV. Look, I want this movie to be completely separated from that movie.
Yeah, but what if it plays at in Philadelphia then?
Well, here's the thing. All right, here's the thing. All right. Yes, it tarries too close to Rocky IV if it does end up in Russia. All right, it tarries really, really close. However, like I said before, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to pay me a lot to convince me that these motherfuckers are in the same weight class. All right,
right.
And if it does turn out that a super middleweight, maybe a cruiserweight when he's not cutting weight, is going against a full-fledged heavyweight, in some sort of exhibition match, can I see that happening? That there is no fucking way that any
it will happen in the States? No.
Sanctioning sports body will hold that here in the States. There is no fucking way that's going to happen. So that gives you the out to sit there and have it in Russia.
Right.
Garbage.
No, but Reverend is right. There's no way in realistic terms. And if we want to be realistic as possible, no one in the U.S. will sanction that.
No, look, you misunderstood what I said.
I'm not going to do that.
I'm not arguing Rev's point here. It's too much of a trope to me, man.
No, I understand where you're coming from, but I'm saying if we're looking at what's been presented us so far, if
it's a trope anyway.
Yeah, in my mind, if I'm trying to make the best sense out of it, that's the way that I can make the best sense out of it. Okay.
Right.
Now, it would be more of a trope, again, if they came out with the torches and the Russian premiere was there and there was just nothing but a Drago chant that ended up being a Creed chant at the end of the
look, like you said earlier in this video, if Creed goes out there and grabs the mic and starts this inspirational, if I can do it, you can do it, and we all need to be kumbaya and hold hands and stuff. Look.
No, it's not going to go there. I don't think it's going to go there.
You don't know that. What's the over-under for that? You don't know.
At first you all were booing me, and I guess at first I didn't like you all none either.
Wait, that's if he fucking wins.
They better not do that.
No, that's if he fucking even wins the match.
You never know. This could end Creed's whole series. I mean, he may get decimated.
No, I don't think he'll do that, but
I think he's gonna get hurt.
What, or knocked out, or
no. I'm talking about hurt. He's like talking about retirement hurt.
Ooh.
I mean, look who's he is fighting Drago's son.
Okay, fine. But this is the son of Apollo Creed, trained by Rocky Balboa. So again.
And for logic's sake, I know it makes for a great story, but for logic's sake, I just hope, and I'm confident that they don't, for the fact that, like I said, Ryan Coogler was one of the co-writers on the script, and he was the guy who not only co-wrote but also directed the original Creed. All right.
Right.
You know, and also with his sensibilities to sit there and bounce off of Sylvester Stallone, who's also credited as a co-writer on it.
Absolutely.
And let's just be honest, Stallone, he fully wrote the original Rocky script, which is fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
All-time masterpiece, all right? No matter how cheesy you might think it is, it's an all-time masterpiece.
Wow, yeah, that's...
Yeah. You know,
The classic.
I'm just hoping that they're going to go ahead and they're going to keep it cohesive enough and they're going to keep it contained enough where those sort of things won't spill over into the point where, guess what? The magic of them doing a masterful, like, one round with no cuts and everything isn't going to sit there and all of a sudden block my sense of belief for the rest of the fucking fight, okay?
Right. Well, you know what, though? The thing is I know we're running out of time here for this, but the thing is this, real quick, if anything. We were being cynical with watching the first Creed movie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, where it could be cynical. So, and that movie, surprisingly, was excellent. In fact,
it was my favorite fucking movie out of the year.
Like I said, in fact, I have it in my collection. It was so good.
And I think that was the first video review movie that the Middle Age Guys ever did.
One of them.
Yeah. One of, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And we all loved the movie. So, there's no reason. I mean, of course, being cynical, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having your prejudgments or I mean, but at least we're going to go see the movie. At least it captured enough interest to go and see it and to have an open mind about it.
Right.
You know, so, oh my God.
Bring it out, man.
You know, and that's really kind of where we're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap this up, folks.
Love it.
I mean, I think a lot of us, I think I speak for everybody here in the video saying that we're excited for this, but considering that it is a sequel and that it's a different director and everything else, and considering the lineage that it's coming from, we do have real trepidations, all right? I don't think that's going to ultimately stop any of us from seeing it opening weekend and paying full price for it.
See, that's the thing. I would have been more mad if Dolph Lundgren wasn't in it.
Right.
That would have been a key component missing. But since he's there, it adds more to it.
Yep.
Yes, it may take us back to Rocky IV, blah, blah, blah. But at least it adds more substance to it, especially when him and Rocky were face to face.
And the fact that you said, there's a different director, but the original people that wrote Rocky IV or Rocky movies in general is there. So, I mean,
I don't think Stallone is going to allow this to be Rocky V.
Absolutely not.
Well,
I think Rocky is one of his most defining characters, besides Rambo, of course, but I'm just saying.
Well, he is credited for writing all the scripts for the Expendables. I'm just saying, and that's more recent work.
Expendables is not that bad, man.
The beginning of the second one was. That
and we can
everything. But
that's another
That's another movie. That's another video altogether.
But but as the Reverend and Gary Mouse is saying, bring it out. Let's go see it. Yeah, please.
Yeah, and that's pretty much.
Don't let Rocky die. Don't let Creed die and let his son 30 years later take the mantle and try to handle freaking the grandson. No, don't freaking do that. Please.
At least not until the third movie.
Rocky, like I say, is Rocky going to live? Remember, he's fighting cancer too.
Break out the torches.
Yeah. Like I said, at least not until the third movie. Okay.
That's going to be sad when that happens. I still feel for Paulie.
Yeah. With all of that said, what we want to know, folks, is what are your thoughts on the trailer? If you were one of the few million who went ahead and saw it today, September 26, 2018, we would like to know. You can tell us by leaving us your comments below. If you think we're off base in what we're worrying about, or if you think that there's something that we haven't thought about, we would also like to know about that. Of course, the comments are all down there. Whether or not you like the video or not, thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever way. And if you really want to go ahead and if you're interested in seeing what we want to put out next and you want to be notified about it, we suggest you go ahead and turn on those subscriptions, turn on those notifications, and you'll know whenever any of us go ahead and drop out another video, and whether it be all alone by ourselves or as middle-aged guys as we are. All right. With all of that, we're going to go ahead. All of the bullshit on the Creed trailer number 2 reactions and thoughts ends right here. I'm the Reverend.
The theme here.
I'm Gray Mouse 1.
All forms of entertainment has a right to exist, even if you don't like it. Credits.
During this fight, I've seen a lot of changing. And the way you feel about me and the way I feel about you.
Quit.
In here, there were 2 guys killing each other. But I guess that's better than 20 million. I guess what I'm trying to say
He's not going to quit.
is that if I can change, you can change. Everybody can change.
At least this wasn't Rocky's son going against Drago's son. Just saying.
I think Milli Vanilli would have gotten his ass kicked, really.
That would have been funny, but
yeah.
It would have been more dramatic if we just did this at the end of the speech.
Nope, not doing any of that.
Yeah, because you guys are fucking haters with no sense of humor.
I told you to quit because I knew you were going to do it at the end of this video, but you did it anyway.
I mean, I even
just bring the torches and
that's what I'm saying. Just bring the torches and just go.
Bring the torches. Play that same music too. Love that shit.
Oh, that would be a throwback. But that would be a little, yeah.